Hello everyone, my name is Sherlin Gómez Medina. I am 21 years old and I am in the 6th semester of degree in foreign language with an emphasis on English. I study at the National Open and Distance University and I live in the municipality of Jesus Maria Santander. I love this town because it's beautiful, small and cozy. I work in a cafeteria and in my free time I like walking in the nature, listening to music and drinking coffee. Okay, this is the task 1 reflection open English language awareness. For the course English 7 English conversation, present to tutor Henry Carvajal. Next, step 1 course recognition. Check the course presentation, agenda, rules and conditions, syllabus contents and activity guides and evaluation rubrics in the learning environment. 10. Introduce yourself in the forum and answer the following questions. Question 1. What is the purpose of the course? Strength, foreign language, linguistics, social linguistics, and pragmatic competence through the accomplishment of oral production tasks in given sets of real-time interaction to communicate and discuss effectively about complex issues. Question 2. How many learning outcomes can you find in the syllabus? 4 learning outcomes are named, which are 1. Demonstrate oral skill to express fluently and spontaneously about different cultural subjects for social or academic purposes. 2. Discuss about a controversial issue using proof with arguments to convince a counterpart towards a specific point of view. 3. Interpret extended speech even when it's not clearly structured and when relationships are only implied and not signally explicit. 4. Describe complex subjects with clear and detailed information, developing particular points and rounding up with an appropriate conclusion. Question 3. What are synchronous interaction activities? These activities are real-time meetings in which we will communicate with a tutor in charge and fellow students to effectively discuss complex topics. These specific tasks are intended to improve our cognitive process of comprehension, meaningful production, and interaction in the target language with high standards of fluency and accuracy. Question 4. How many activities does the course have? The course has 6 tasks or activities which are divided in 3 moments. In the initial part, we must develop our first task. In the intermediate moment, we must develop 4 tasks, and in the final part, we must develop 1 task. These activities are accompanied by synchronous interaction meetings in which we must participate attentively. Question 5. Which activities in the course imply real-time interaction? The tasks involving real-time interaction are: Task 2. Participate in 7 mandatory weekly meetings. Task 3. Debate controversial issues. Task 4. Speak part of the Cambridge C1 Advanced. And finally, Task 6. Deliver a speech via a web conferencing system. Question 6. Summarize with your own words the course rules and conditions. As a student of the course English 7 English Conversation, you must know the rules and conditions for the proper development of this. Regarding individual behavior, must first act with respect, honesty, tolerance, and solidarity in all environments of interaction and activities. It's important to recognize that as a student in a virtual environment, we must understand the security policy of the platform, have adequate equipment, and accept the rules for the proper development of the different activities of the course. For example, facial recognition in closed evaluation. It's essential to recognize that virtual training requires a great commitment, so the student must be attentive to the different communication environments such as emails, messages in the forums or through social networks. Likewise, one must be aware of the importance regarding punctuality and appropriate conditions for the relation of synchronous meetings. Question 7. Is your institutional email working properly? Okay, my institutional email is working properly. I have a correct access to it and I make a daily forwarding of the mails. Step 2. Reflection upon English language awareness. In the Contents and Bibliography Reference section, go over Unit 1 to check the following reference. Okay, this is the reference, Learner B. Herman, Planning Foreign Language Study. This is the link. 10. Sharing the forum, a reflection that includes the following aspects. Okay, the aspects or questions are: 1. Have you got an English language level certification? If no, what do you consider your level is at present? 2. How did you get the level you have now? 3. Why are you studying English as a foreign language? 4. How is studying a language as an adult different from studying it as a child? 5. How long should you study a foreign language? 6. How can you make language learning a part of your life in the future? 7. How can you organize lifelong learning? Good. This is the reflection. In the new era of globalization, the learning of English is of vital importance. Jaime Chan, 2009, says that it can practically be said that it's the language of today's world. It's in this era the great international language, a lingua franca that has had repercussion in all non-Anglo-Saxon countries, including Spain, and that affects more or less directly the various fields and professions. Its possession can no longer be treated as a luxury, but as an obvious necessity. Being the learning of a second language an important topic of research, according to authors, this process has facility and difficult in what concerns, for example, the influence of age. Some theories point out that there is a critical period of language learning. It was said that this period ends with the lateralization of the brain. The first theorists postulated that the age of 5 years was the time of lateralization. The theory was later modified to suit that this occurred during adolescence. Scoble, in any case, I support what Picanti. The advantage of starting early to learn a second language and obtaining with mass sports is found in that the learning can behave as bilingual from very early on. From my personal experience, my motivation to learn the language has been mainly for personal and professional growth, as this will facilitate me the goal development in my professional field. On the other hand, one of the things that most encourage me to study the language is to be able to travel around the world with more tranquility. I have been learning the language for many years, however, in a very basic way at school. When I finished high school, I focused on a career that required me to learn the language. So for 3 years, I have been enjoying a more advanced process of learning the language. Although I do not have a certification in the language, according to me strengths, I consider that I have B2 level with the reference of the Common European Framework. Taking into account what has been said above, I think that a reference cannot fully describe the good development of the language skill, since learning a second language is a lifelong learning process in which it's important for a learner to be persistent, to maintain constant contact with the language. In case it's not in own place, you can make use of the social networks and audiovisual resources such as movies, documentaries, series, and music. Learning and all too is a daily command in which you must organize a routine that requires the constant use of the language skill of the language. Okay, this is all. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.